Carrying trays. In this lesson, we'll be looking at how to carry a tray. There are a multitude of occasions where you will need to use a tray. As you can imagine then, carrying a tray is a fundamental skill to master. We'll be looking at the correct way to hold the tray, how to place items onto the tray, how to move when carrying a tray, how to remove items from a tray, and how to clear using a tray. Let's begin with the correct way to hold a tray. To hold the tray, place the tray on your palm, bending your fingers slightly to adjust the balance and help keep the tray stable. Using your fingers gives you more balancing contact points, and it is easier to adjust the weight distribution on the tray if you need to. It is recommended that when possible, you carry smaller trays with one hand. This way, you have a free hand to steady the tray and its contents as you move around during service. On small trays, you can also steady glasses by placing your thumb onto the base of the glass. With some larger or heavier trays, you may find it more comfortable to allow the tray to rest on your forearm, like this. Your arm is strongest when you hold it at an angle. Plus, this allows you to keep your eye on the tray at all times. If you hold your tray low down or high up, you have very little control, and it is difficult to see what is happening on the tray. Now let's look at how to place items on the tray. Always use an appropriately sized tray for the item or items you are carrying. For example, if you only have one drink to carry, use a display tray, and if you have many drinks to carry, get a colleague to help you carry the items on a large tray with handles. Don't try to overload a service tray or use a large tray for one drink. To ensure even balance, place the heaviest item in the center of the tray. This way, you can unload the tray without changing balance too much. The tray will be very difficult to balance if you put the heaviest items to one side of the tray. When setting up your tray back of house, the order in which you place the drinks is important. For example, you must always serve ladies first, so place the ladies' drinks where you can reach it first easily. Getting this type of detail right really is exceptional 5-star service. The same goes for cutlery. When setting up your tray back of house, arrange the cutlery in the order that it will be delivered to the guest. Let's look at how to move when carrying a tray. When moving with a tray, always be aware of human traffic, that is, colleagues and guests moving around you. Guests are usually not focused on where you are and what you are doing. This makes guests dangerous in the dining area. It's your responsibility to be aware of where your guests are. If there is an accident, it is always considered your fault. Here are a few tips to help you avoid accidents with trays. Be careful. Keep a safe distance. Have one hand free to stabilize your tray. And plan your route to ensure it is clear. This kind of concentration will help to prevent disasters from happening. When you are walking around with a tray, walk with the tray close to your body where it is well protected. Also, keep any obstacles one arm's length away from you. Remember that the bigger the tray, the further away from the guest's table you must be. Big trays can make guests feel very uncomfortable if they are brought too close to the table. Keeping a safe distance also ensures that if the tray happens to fall, it's less likely to fall on the guest. A golden rule, no matter the size of the tray, is to never, ever, ever hold a tray over your guest's head. This is a rule because the guest may knock it over and could get hurt or get spilt on. Now we can talk about how to remove the items from a tray. Remember that when you are taking anything off your tray, it will change the balance. So always think ahead about how the balance will change when you are removing something at the table, and adjust accordingly. When carrying hot items, such as tea, coffee, or hot soup, you should remove them first, since hot items are the most dangerous. If they fall, they can burn the guest. Make sure that you can carry the tray with both your left and the right hand, and that you can switch between the two. Why do you think this is? This is so that when you are serving items from the tray, you can switch the tray between hands in order to provide the guest with open body language. This is excellent service. Finally, clearing using a tray. When clearing an item from a table, first ask the guest whether you may remove the item before taking it. You can then check your blind spot by looking behind you to make sure there is no one behind you. When clearing many items off a large table onto a tray, it's best to do it as a team, with one of you holding a handled tray and the other placing the items onto the tray. By clearing in one go, you won't need to return to the table again and again, interrupting the guest every time. Well done on finishing this lesson on carrying trays.